So we're going to start in 2-foot support. Head is on the floor, knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the floor. And we're just going to place a block underneath our sacrum. And once you're there, just get snuggly. And those of you that already spent a few moments in this position, just allow some softness into the belly. And know that we're really going to work the whole of the body in terms of strength. And we're going to work the mind in terms of coordination. I'm going to find a little bit more range of motion. And maybe if you wish, you can just gently raise the arms a little bit and just flex and extend the wrists, because again, we're going to be on them quite a lot. And maybe those flexions and extensions come into circles or stars. Yep. And as you do that with the wrist, let the breath be full. When it comes to jumping, we really need to be not only skillful movers, but skillful breathers. So see if you can switch, just as we're going to switch the legs, switch the breathing onto that deep diaphragmatic belly breathing. And just allow 3 more deep breaths. And on completion of that 3rd breath, you can let the arms come down by your side. Yep. Very gently grab your brick and softly slide the brick out from under you, and just gently, really gently let the hips descend. And again, notice that there's a lingering shape where the block was. And just as we sit on a chair, there's a lingering shape in the body. Hopefully now you can feel that lingering shape of the block. So it's really important to do the opposite of what we spend a lot of time doing. When you're ready, we're going to use the chair, and I'll give you an option not chairless as well. So set up the chair probably at the back of your mat so that you've got space in front of you, in front of the chair, in front of the mat. And this first bit, we're going to use the seat of the chair. And for the second bit, we're going to use the legs of the chair. But again, we don't have to. So we're going to do some little dips here. Okay, you might want to pop a blanket or your pillow maybe on that chair, because this, yeah. So we're going to see how this feels. So come and take a position where your shoulder blades are about an inch higher than the chair. So my shoulder blades are totally on the chair, and I've got about an inch of back below my shoulder blades on the chair as well. And then find your soles of your feet, bend your knees. So this is exactly like bridge, 3 padapitham, 2-foot support. You can take your hands to the back of your head and curl in a little bit. Yep. If it feels uncomfortable in any way, don't bother. And you can either come down, hands can be here, and you can do the exact same motions here, Louise. So if that chair doesn't feel comfortable, you can do the exact same motions here. It's the same motions, all right? So you set up, and you can change your mind at any point. Once you feel ready, feet are hip distance, all 10-toe press down. Give them a little wriggle. Keep the hips lifted, nice. Curl the head a little bit more in, Louise S. That's it. And then as you exhale, gently dip the hips as low as you can without touching. Stay here as you inhale, squeeze the knees. exhale. Nice. Inhale, exhale to lower. Squeeze the knees, inhale. Exhale to lift. Flee 3 more. So we're coming down on an exhale, hovering. Coming up on an exhale, hovering. Down, squeezing, nice. Last one. Brilliant. If it's still feeling all right on your back and your shoulders, stay with the bench. Otherwise, you can come down to your hands. If that's feeling really plenty, you're really feeling those back lines, glutes and hamstrings, stay with double. Do 10 more doubles. If it's feeling okay but not really challenging, lift the left leg. That's it. And same again, exhaling as we come down. Inhale, press the foot into the floor. Exhale to lift. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lower. And Louise, if your hands are feeling not very great, you can come and do the exact same motions here. So it's just like what we do quite a lot of. Yep. So your options are shoulder blades on the floor, shoulder blades on the mat, on the bench, or hands on the floor. All right. Yes, and it's the same motion. So you're either doing 5 on each side or 10 doubles. Once you've done those 5 or 10, you can dismount, as it were. Yep. Kay, are you all right?
It feels like the chair is really high.
Yeah, it is fairly high. So yeah, come onto your hands or come into Dvipadapiti and come into bridge.
And just do normal bridge.
Yes, absolutely, with single legs. As long as everyone is feeling this whole line has worked, that is perfect in whatever context that is. So once you feel like you're done, okay, stay with it. And then when you're done, come into a single leg hamstring stretch. So one leg is bent, other leg is straight. Yeah, I've put you on mute, back on mute, don't worry. And then head can come down. And if you want to rest, then you can just circle the ankle and circle a little bit in the socket. Or you can point the toe, that's lengthening out through the front and giving a little bit more push to the back. And then gently change over. If there's a little bit more flexibility, you can lift the lower back away from the ground and press the sacrum into the earth. So there's a little bit of a gap between the lower back and the floor. It's going to create a little bit more stretch. Really nice. Take one more breath. Lovely. Lovely. And then again, up to you. If the chair has got legs, we can use it. If it hasn't, exactly the same thing without holding on. If you've got legs and they're spaced so that they're about shoulder width distance, great. I've got a bench, they're spaced wider. So I might try it, but it might not feel like the best thing. We're going to take single leg lifts. So that action that we're going to be working on, those switch hops, we're going to find it in our single leg lifts. And then we're going to come into our double legs. So your bench can be there, or your chair can be there for you to grip hold of, which just stops you using your hands as a lever. And then when you feel like you've got a grip, you can do one leg at a time. Nice. Yeah. If you haven't got the chair, if you've got an armchair, you can simply rest your hands by your side or arms up. Same thing. Yep, really nice. And just check in with your lower back. So yes, we want that neutral spine. No, we don't want a big, big arch. If your ribs are lifting towards the ceiling, can you just draw them back a little bit and draw the lower back down a little bit? Yes. And can you stay with a breath? You can do singles or doubles, Kay, whatever. If you want to start with doubles, if you're feeling warm enough, go for it. And then at some point, take doubles, but keep the legs low. They don't come up even to 90. They go down, they don't touch the floor. They come up to probably 60 degrees, not even 90. Actually, would it be, no, it would be 120, wouldn't it? Don't worry about my geometry. Just don't take the legs to the, that's it. Keep the spine lowered into the ground. Keep the core switched on. This should feel challenging. Melanie, we're in double leg lifts when you're ready. And everyone else just do 2 more. And then once you've done those 2 more, should feel integrated in the spine. You can very, very gently have a little rock from side to side. You might just massage or just put your hands on your belly. Just tell your belly that you love it, that it's an incredible, unbelievably complex, wonderful, magical thing going on in there. And then when you're ready, come all the way up to sit. So Melanie, think about doing double leg lifts. That's at a hideous angle. So double leg lifts, nice and slowly. For everyone else, oh. Oh, dear. We're going to grab a block. So we've got worked the back of the body, front of the body. We're just going to start to give us a little bit of length through the arms. Again, when it comes to hopping, if it's really difficult for us to take our arms over the head, that angle becomes almost impossible. So when we hop, it's almost like we stay at this angle because there's not enough space. So it means we'll come into a little back bend because there's not enough room in the shoulders. So we're just going to see if we can eke out a little bit more space in our arms. Grab hold of your blocks, squeeze the sides without thumbs. Yep. So imagine your cat or your dog, depending on who you are, has just bitten off the thumbs. There's no thumbs there, just bitten off, and we're fine. You know, the cat was hungry, we don't mind. And then as we inhale, so Melanie, you're probably good where you are. You can come and join us when you're ready on a block. As we inhale, we can lift the block and just, you're looking out for that first sensation of kind of tightening somewhere. When you get there, just have a pause, have a little shake. I'm actually going to show you so you can see my ribs pop out. And then inhale again, come into the kind of middle bit of the sensation. And again, have a little bit of a shake. And when you get to about 3/4 of sensation, just pause there. Yes, straight arms, Louise W, straight arms, nice. Yes, we don't bend elbows when we're in our hop. From here, notice that almost all of us have come into a little bit of a back bend. Ribs have come forward. That's it. Can you draw the ribs back? And you'll probably come a little bit lower with the hands, that's fine. Can you keep the ribs drawn back? So it should feel like this core is drawing back, yeah, as you bend the elbows. Keep pressing the block as you lift the elbows and come down. Nice, stay with that. Melanie, it looks like you're using a flannel. Yeah, she is using a flannel, sorry. Okay, I'm serious, right. Louise S, see if you can keep the elbows squeezed in tight. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Yeah, ribs keep coming back. Do 2 more. Lovely. This all makes everything easier when it comes to hopping. Once you've done those 2, just have a little shake, get rid of the block. Lovely. We're going to find some length and strength in the shoulder now. So we're going to start. We're going to do 2 hands at once because I have got the most ridiculously long lesson plan ever. It's like an essay. So we're going to try and do multitasking. So from here, externally rotate through the arm. So hopefully by now we know that external rotation means taking the arm bones away from the chest. Lovely. Once we've done that, we're going to lift the arms, flex them forward. Yeah, and again, look for that sensation. And again, notice that the ribs want to rise. We want to come into that back bend. Can you draw the ribs back a little bit, but send the arms back? And you might notice that one shoulder feels different. That's fine. Very gently, we're going to take our arms behind our back. So from here, we're going to internally rotate. Arms come wide. That's it. Bend the elbows. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Bend the elbows. Try and get the hands high and try and tuck the elbows in. So it feels utterly awful on loads of levels. Don't touch the back. That's it. Stay here, breathe. Oh, and let the hands go. Let them go, have a little shake out. Perfect. If you've got, oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. I thought we were going to get rid of the bench. We're not quite there yet. Right, just before we use the bench for the last time, we're going to just make sure that that back of the body is really, really online. So it's really fired. So it's ready just to find us some height. Come onto your forearms just so we get some rest for the wrists. Yep. We're going to extend one leg, doesn't matter which, and then take little pulses. Yeah. Lovely. Let's have a look. So we're on our forearms. Yeah, and then, okay, can you level out the hips? So rather, yeah, so that both the hip points are looking at the same thing. Yep. Nice. Just keep those. So we should be feeling glute and hamstring. So Louise, we're here. That's it. And lifting here. Right. And for these last 3, imagine that I am with you and I'm pressing your foot down. Okay, be careful because you're going to get attacked. Sorry. And then when you're ready, switch over. That was so funny. I would have loved it. I almost said nothing. Same thing. Just get used to that leg extending. Just get used to that leg extending. I feel like I'm in a carry-on yoga film. That's it. Hips stay level. That's it. Really nice. And again, imagine that I am pressing your foot down and you are resisting it. So create resistance yourself because these are easy things for us. We do these all the time. So create resistance so that we really fire up that line. Last couple. Beautiful. And then come back. Feel free to have a little shape. You might have a little figure of 8. Yeah, whatever's making sense. You might shake out the arms. Okay. Front of the body really integrated. Breath lovely. Back of the body really, really fired. And we've already started to do those little switches. We're going to come and use our, whatever we've got, chair, bench, table. All we need is a flat surface that is a little bit tall. You know, oh, unlucky. So we don't want it so tall that we're here. The taller it is, the more we have to lift to get ourselves lifted. I'm going to take my socks off so I can really feel my feet, even though I've somehow got chilblains on my toes, which is rather upsetting. And then we're going to do what we've been doing in down dog, which is to hop. But the nice thing here is we've taken away down dog. So all we're doing is extending the left leg, using the left leg as a lever for momentum. So it comes down and it comes up, comes down and it comes up. As we do that, we add a hop. And And it should be a little bit more easy than it has been. Oh yes, make sure you don't kick anyone in the face. Yeah, right. Can you lift up on an exhale only? I'm going to try and give you not too many. Lovely. Exhale only lift. And then switch legs if you haven't already. Wait for the exhale. Really nice. Do 2 more. Brilliant. Okay. Just briefly, we're going to do a couple of switches so you can have a look, all right? We're going to do a couple of switches. Now, again, they're going to feel rubbish. You are going to feel like a rhino and not the really lovely kind of rhino, all right? Just a bog standard rhino, a middle-aged rhino, all right? We're going to try and do that same move, but we're going to try and land the floaty foot, as in this foot that I'm shaking. That foot is going to be the one that lands. So rather than the foot that's closest to the floor landing, which is easy, we're going to try and land. I really want to put myself on mute so you can't hear the sound of my foot slapping into the, but I won't. We're going to try and land the floating foot. So in order for this to work, we need some height. So we need momentum, and we need our exhale, and we need push through the hands, all right? So have a go. Like I said, it's going to be crap, and that's why we're here. Perfect. That's it. And it will feel ridiculous. Nice. Just have a play. Have a play. Yep. And it will feel weird. That's it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. Yes. Nice. And then if you haven't changed over, switch over feet. One foot will be a little bit more intelligent. That's fine. One foot you'll be a little bit lighter on. That too is fine. Yes. Kick up with the hips going forward. Nice. Make this one your last one, or it might be your last one already. Nice. And then get rid of the chair. We're done with it. Unless you want to sit in it. And yeah, now we've got to start our flow. Everyone's done. I could see that by everyone's reaction. We've only got a flow now. Lovely. Perfect. Take your time and come into a forward fold. Bones aligned, so weight is forward, core is lifting up, head nice and heavy. Let the hands go. As we inhale, we rise up. We feel that whole of the back switch on. Squeeze the heels. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale as we lift up, look up. Exhale, thumbs into heart. We're going to add a side stretch. Inhale, arms come up, grab hold of the left wrist. Exhale, long way, side stretch. Inhale as we open up the arms. Exhale from the belly, move back to center. Take hold of the right arm. Exhaling. Inhale, open. Lovely. Exhale from the center, back up. Inhale, press through the heels, lift through the hands. Exhale, forward fold. I know we normally do 3 here to get our breath, but we're going to move straight on. As we inhale, right leg comes back, right knee down, untucked, nice. And find a neutral spine. Yes, so everything's in line, hips and shoulders. And then draw the shoulders back behind the hips, take a little back bend. Squeeze the back glute so you feel stable, and draw the belly a little bit in. And then hands come down. That's it. Lift up. Exhale, take a short down dog. From this short down dog, we're going to lift the right leg into 3-legged dog. From three-legged dog, we're going to take 2 hops. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, hop. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, hop. Inhale, drop onto your knees. Grab your blocks. Or exhale straight to down dog. Your choice. Your choice. Either way, from down dog, look forward. Both knees springy. Exhale, jump through. Lovely. Inhale, flat, incredibly strong back. Core stays lifted. Exhale, we squat down. Inhale as we lift. Exhaling, hands into the heart center. Inhale, take hold of the right wrist. Exhale, up and over. Really nice. Open up. Exhale from the core back. Inhale, take hold of the left. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, release the hands. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, press the heels down, lift. And then exhale, forward fold all the way. See if you can just draw the core in a little bit. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, step the left leg back into low lunge. Everything stacked. Hips and shoulders, arms up. Perfect. As we next exhale, take the shoulders back behind the hips, you'll find a back bend. Squeeze that back glute, draw the core in, and then hands come down. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Left leg extends, head looks forward, 2 hops. That's it. Exhale as we hop. Inhale as we reset. Take your time, we've got plenty of time, just do 2. When you've done that second hop, stay there. Inhale if you want your blocks, otherwise stay in down dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, get some fly-in time, some hang time. Lovely. Inhale, flat back. Oh, stick your butt out. Yes. Exhale, chair pose. Should be really powerful, should feel really stable. We've done so much of this line of energy. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale, see if you can feel that little heart pumping its way. Inhale as we lift the arms, taking hold of the left. Exhale as we challenge our depth to the side. Try not to come forward, stay sideways. Perfect. Inhale, undo the arms. Exhale, recenter. Inhale, grab hold of the right. Exhale, challenge the depth, but stay on the lateral line, sideways. Inhale as we undo. Exhale, into center. Lovely. Inhale as the arms press up, the feet press down. Exhale as you let everything go, head heavy, jaw soft. Okay. Inhale as we pause. As we exhale, step the right leg back into runner's lunge. Hands are down, back knee is up. From here, as we inhale, arms come behind, galloping horse. Yes. Find the diagonal line. See if you can encourage the core just to be a little bit switched on. Bring the hands into the front. Exhale as we take a twist towards that front side. Yeah, so close twist. Inhale as we come to the center. From here, push down with the feet to lift the torso up. From here, we're just going to step and switch over. We're not going to jump yet. We're just going to get used to that thing. So just see if you can step a bit quite quickly. And we're just going to step and switch. Yeah, so it looks like we've been doing really bad aerobics. That's it. So just kind of get that motion. Lovely. And then once your right leg is once again behind, just stay there. We'll revisit with a jump. Just stay there. Hands come down. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through to plankitron. Yes. And then lift the right leg. Yes. And we're going to hold it for 5 breaths. It's the same line that we'll be using. Yeah, lovely, Kay. Use that left foot. Squeeze the knees together. Last 3 breaths. I'll do it with you, I feel bad. Nice. Last 2 breaths. Keep the knees together. Keep the head up. Last breath. Foot comes down. Knees draw down. Exhale onto the belly. Inhale, slide the hands forward. Sphinx. Have a little rest in Sphinx. You might want to go side to side. You might just want to be still. You might want to roll the head. Entirely your choice. 2 more breaths. Lovely. And then hands scroll down. Hands underneath shoulders. As we exhale, push up, knees down, plank. Whoop. Tuck the toes. Down dog. From here, look forward and then step forward. Just step forward, nice easy step. Yes. Stay there, inhale. As we exhale, step the left leg back. Arms behind you into galloping horse. Perfect. Inhale as we draw the hands into the chest. Press the palms together. Make sure the knees are squeezed. Exhale, close, twist. Yay, really nice. Inhale as we draw it back. Push the feet down to help us rise the torso up. From here, we're going to do that fast little change. So maybe it's a little bit faster. Maybe we kind of like, yeah, maybe there's a tiny little jump in between. We just kind of have a little play with it. It's like we're a horse. The best horse I've ever seen. Some of those horses are incredible. Once that left leg is once again back, just stay there. Let everything resettle, let that snow globe, those bits of the snow globe just kind of encompass the floor of your snow globe. And then draw the hands down. Softly transition, down dog. Inhale as you move forward to plank, lifting the belly off. Perfect. Exhale, the left leg comes up. Head looks forward, 5 breaths. Squeeze that right heel back. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift the belly up. Nice, push the floor away. Squeeze the fingertips. Last breath. Foot comes down. Knees drop down. Exhale to your belly. Inhale to Sphinx. And again, 2 recovery breaths. A little head shake. And then hands come underneath your shoulders. Yes. As we exhale, nice and powerful, push up, 1 straight line into plank. So push the floor away, push it away. It's annoying. You've been living with it the whole through lockdown. It's really annoying, that floor. Tuck the toe, down dog. Inhale onto your knees, grab your blocks. Perfect. And then exhale. See if you can get a lot of hand time. So move the hips. Imagine the hips are what's jumping, not the feet, not the legs. It's the hips that are jumping. Lovely. Stay there. As we exhale, right leg steps back. Inhale, arms by your side. Galloping horse. Nice. This time, draw the hands into the center and a closed twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale from the feet, move the torso. Take the distance a little bit closer together. If, like me, you're kind of close to stuff, like furniture, maybe you just move out of the way so you don't worry about collapsing in a yoga heap. So the left leg is forward, the right leg is back. From here, we're just going to jump straight up. We're not going to try and switch the legs. We're just going to jump straight up. So again, as short as we want. And if it feels rubbish on the knees, the ankles, the back, don't jump. You can lift the heels and you can switch over the feet just as we did before. Otherwise, little jump. Little jump. Keep checking in. Take a couple more. Nice. And then maybe, even though I was going to save this for week 3, maybe as we jump up, we see if there's a little bit of a switch. You really scared Blue there. That's it. And again, now we're on the other side. Have a little bit of a jump. Just don't switch, just a jump. Yep, one side might feel different. Perfect. As you jump, make sure the core is integrated. So jump on an exhale as always. Nice. Take one more jump. If things are going to plan, if the body's not sending you sensations that say, hang on, have a little switch. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Do one more on either side. So we're jumping up. Whoa! Sorry. Perfect. And we should end up with a right leg back, left leg forward. Drop the hands. Come into down dog. Really good. That bodes really well. Inhale as we briefly meet our friend Thor. Meet our friend Thor. Meet our friend Plank. Drop onto your knees and exhale onto your belly. This time, hands by your side. We're going to do those little switchy legs, but in kind of cobra-esque. Bring the hands forward and slightly wide. And even though the hands are there, try not to be tempted to push in. So just leave them there without putting any weight through them. And then gently lift the legs as you exhale. See if you get the legs a little bit higher. And then start to swim the legs. So we're swapping over the legs. That's it. Slow it down, Louise. W. Slow it down. Really slow it down. That's it. Really nice. A little bit more height, Kay. A little bit more height. Less bend, more lift from the butt. So rather than bending, keep the legs straight. And it's a straight up action from the butt. Ah, so nice. Do one more on each side. How tough are they? And then come down, head rests, knees might circle, hips might shake, whatever you need to do. 3 lovely breaths. Last breath, really make it a good breath, nice and long. Nice. As you inhale, those hands ferret their way underneath the shoulders, super excited. Press into the floor. Lift up hands and knees. Yep, perfect. Tuck the toes, down dog. Brilliant. We're now going to take 3 hops. 3 on the right, 3 on the left. Join in. Feel free to come in. You've come at the perfect time. Are you right, Melanie? Okay, all right. Okay, so right leg starts. And we hop up. Lovely. Let the hips be the guide. That's it. Weight comes forward, nice. Once you've done those 3, switch legs. Just 3, just 3. We don't want to get massively fatigued. We still want some skill there. Once you've done 3 on one side, switch over, 3 on the other. Lovely. Nice. Lovely. And then when you're done, come back to down dog. Drop the knees. Grab the blocks, double leg, jump. So bend down to spring up. Yeah, so use the knees, bend down, spring up. When you come to that forward fold, just lift the body up as you inhale. And then exhale, little twist. It's going to get a little bit interesting now. A little bit interesting. So we're going to come into those extended leg, warrior 3 pulses, standing split pulses, and then we're going to come straight in to our tiger and hop straight away. We're not going to switch hop at this stage, but certainly in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to mesh all of this together and we will definitely be trying to switch hop. For now, right leg stays as it is, rooted to the floor. If you can feel that a part of your foot is not connected to the floor, can you gently rock, can you gently rock onto the foot and connect the part that's not connected? So for me, it's normally always my big toe. I know, darling, I know. From here, we're going to extend the left leg behind us, but stay with the spine that's extended. So we're going to take the left leg out and kind of chest is out, butt is out, and left leg is behind us. Right. And then we're going to keep the spine in 3 different positions. Gently lift that left leg and then just start to, pops, lift and lower it. And we're pulsing it, so it's maybe about an inch in movement. Keep the eyes focused, keep the head in one place, and start to straighten out the back into warrior 3. But keep this floating leg as high as it will go. Yeah. So we should be just about in warrior 3 now. Yeah, keep the head still. I know, darling. And then from here, we're going to flex the back, and it's going to look like standing splits, but we're floating. So standing splits, top leg. You can pop a hand down, but just one. Yeah, keep floating. Lovely. And then that left leg comes behind, both hands come down, step back, down dog. You should feel both legs really had to work to keep you there. We're going to take 5 hops and 5 tigers. You might want to make your down dog a little bit shorter if you wish, or you might want to change the width as you go, your choice. I'm going to struggle a little bit with jumping because Merlin, I think, wants a cuddle. So forgive me if I can't demo it. Right leg comes up, 3-legged. As we exhale, right knee comes forward into the center in tiger. Inhale, we come back into 3-legged. We take our time. It might not be on the exhale. We might have to wait. Whenever we're ready with the exhale, we take a hop. Lovely. We inhale. When we're ready to exhale again, we bring that right knee to the right elbow. Try and take them together. Lean forward. Inhale as we take our weight back. 3-legged. Wait for our exhale. Have a little hop. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, back into the center with your tiger. Inhale, 3-legged. Yeah, exhale to hop. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale this time. Right knee, left elbow. Use the hands, press into them. Inhaling, 3-legged. That's it. Exhaling, hop. Inhaling, 3-legged, last one. Exhaling, knee back into the center. So we keep coming back into the center. Yep. Exhaling, 3-legged. Inhaling. Ooh, I've lost my breath, so yeah. And then last hop on this side. Nice. Come back. Rest in child's. Take this brief repose. Yeah. And just notice if the body, if in your eagerness to look like a samurai, you might have neglected a sensation or a feedback or something that your body's asked you. So that might be from your wrists, maybe even for your fingers, maybe head. Just have a check-in. If something's asking for your attention, give it your attention and adjust accordingly. You know, we're already 5+7. It might be that you come into some really lovely, familiar yoga restorative postures, and that's where you'll stay for the next 25 minutes. And that will be utterly amazing for you. Otherwise, take one last breath. Not literally. And come up without using down dog. Yeah. Just come up to stand without using down dog. We're going to do the other side. Yeah, and Merlin's got his score chart for you guys. Okay, lovely. So the left leg is going to be the leg that's standing on. I'm going to take the right leg back. So left leg is forward, right leg is back, but the toes are still on the floor. So we're not yet balanced, yeah. And then just check in with that left foot. So again, if you press down firmly with that left foot, can you feel each of those 5 toes? And if not, can you just gently maneuver the weight so that you feel a little bit more connected? And then extend the spine. So chest comes forward, butt comes out. Yeah. So it's almost like a back bend that we do in our sun cells. And then start to lift that back leg off of the floor. Raise it as high as you possibly can. Nice. And then little pulses. Really nice. Nice, Louise S. Yeah. Very gently. Head stays in one position. Keep the eyes centered. Start to tilt the torso forward and start to take the curve out of your back. Nice. See if you can level up the hips. I know that was my fault, yeah. You should be in warrior 3. That's perfect. That's a great thing. Warrior 3. And then gently, as if we're forward folding, come into it to flexion of the spine. Yeah. Try and just take one hand rather than 2. Yeah. And keep that leg lifted, Louise W. Really lift it. Nice. And then both hands come down. Back leg lands. Yeah. Front leg comes to meet it. We find ourselves in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Have a little wriggle. Make sure the lower back is feeling all right. That's a lot of work for that whole chain. And then when you're ready, inhale, left leg long and luscious, lifts up. So it's that it's the same feeling we've just done. Louise S, bring the leg a little bit closer in. It's coming out to the side. It's going wide. So yes, that's what I do as well. As you exhale, tiger into the center. Nice and easy. Inhale, 3-legged. Take your time, but on an exhale, little hop. Yes, nice. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, pull the weight back, 3-legged, extend. In your own time, exhale to hop. Don't let me rush you. Nice. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, knee back into center, tiger. Inhale, back to 3-legged. Hop when you feel like it. Lovely. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, tiger. Inhale, 3-legged. When you feel ready, exhale to hop. Nice. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, back to tiger. Inhale, last one, 3-legged. Make it a good one. So take your time. Look forward. Bend the knee lots. Use that floating leg as a swing. That's it. You really want to swing that leg. And then drop down either on your belly or on your back, whatever's going to be most nicest. Shake the wrists. Yep. Roll the wrists. Yep. And then just massage the wrists as well. And however you felt you did, see if you can just let it go. In the scheme of things, it means absolutely zilcho, even though at the time it feels like the most important thing ever. And then in your own way, when you feel like that breath is recovered and you've noticed that your heartbeat is just starting to slow, just kind of coming back into an even, natural wave, you can come and sit up and we'll do some shoulder releases, some trap releases. Yeah, we really do need to. I know it's nice to be on the floor. So amazingly, those were really, really great. And all of that prep work that we did, it really, really bodes well for those switch hoppings, really, really well. But for now, we're going to come and release the body. So as always, if you want to come into a straightforward trap stretch, upper traps, so the muscles that go whoop, whoop, you just simply take the head in the opposite direction to the trap. And you might want to just lay the arm on the ear. So it's hardly any pressure. Yeah. It might be that the other arm comes out and it might externally rotate and internally rotate as it starts to drop down to the floor. So feel free. If you want to do that SDR release, where we pinpoint certain places in our traps and then take a moving stretch, go for it. This, I have to say, works better for me because it targets the places that wouldn't necessarily lengthen or release in a straightforward stretch. Plus, I think hands-on is really healing. And as usual, swap over when it's right for you. So we've got loads of time. You can swap over when it's right. And you don't have to do the same thing on both sides. Maybe the other side just has a standard stretch. Maybe not. And if it takes your fancy, just see if you can notice if one side of your traps, if one side of that tissue feels like it's been doing something different. So for me, one side of my trap feels a lot solider. Now I know that's not a word, but hopefully that makes sense, than the other. The other one's a lot more unctuous. And that just tells me that either I've been working a little bit unbalanced or that just naturally I hold my head to one side or I use my arms in a different way. And once you've finished with the traps, just circle the head. It's like you kind of reset that length in. Yep. Gently draw the arms open. Yeah. Take the chest forward very, very slowly. Let the hands come down to the ground and just take a little side to side action through the shoulders. Nice. And then really nice and standard back of the shoulders stretch. Feel free if you want to add a little bit of a shake. Feel free if you want to turn the head. And a nice yawning stretch to change sides. And then just as before, 3 ways to target the front of the shoulders. Hands can come behind, draw the shoulder blades together and down, lift the chest. If that works for you, great. That's kind of the simplest option. For me, it doesn't really work. So I kind of tend to want to come forward. So I've got a little bit more space to take my arms. Yeah, that might be. And then wherever you are, just undo. We're going to see if we can find a little bit of room for the glutes. So we are going to do that little cross-legged stretch. So allow a comfortable position for your legs. If you've been sat cross-legged, change them over. So, oh, sorry, just squished your tail. Okay. And then very gently reach the arms up and tilt forward. Yep. When you get to the place where you think that's plenty, I've already done my workout, thank you. Have a little rock and then just start to lower down. At some point, you'll notice that the spine starts to round, just as we did in that balance, and that's fine. Let it round. And if you haven't already found the floor, find it now. Lower the head, lower the jaw. Big sighing out breath. It's all over. If it feels lovely to be in stillness and in space, take it. If it feels nice to roll the head around, equally take that. When you're ready to pop yourself up, same thing but in reverse. So draw the belly in, lift the hands off, and slide the hands all the way up. Should feel a little bit strengthening. Gently start to tip back. Nice. Take the hands behind the thighs. I haven't got space, but if I did, I would roll myself down. Yep. And have a little rock on my back. Yay. Yep. Yeah. Make it a nice, soft rock. You can take the hands there or not take the hands there. Just have a little massage of the back. So your back, that whole length of spine, really, really chunky, heavy duty, as it were, muscles. So allow it to have a little respite. Yep. That might be side to side or not. Lovely. And if you want to grab something warming, if you've got a jumper, or if Thor has also come in to provide me with some warmth. So if you've got a cat with a fluffy peacock tail, it is peacock tail, there he is. Very grumpy with me. So something that's nice and comforting. Yeah. Yeah. You might turn the lights off maybe. So this is the most important part of our whole 75 minutes. This is the time where, unlike the rest of our life, we have a chance to absorb what we've done. So it's like we can kind of snuggle it in. Those sensations, we can really let them bed into our tissues. If there's a position that you just have to come into, let the body mold its way into a shape. Whatever shape it is, maybe it's static, maybe it's not. If you want to come into supported bridge again, go for it. The nice thing is supported bridge is you can also, just like we did at the start, have a little massage from side to side. So if you're feeling like the glutes have done a lot of work, which they have, supported bridge might be lovely, lovely, lovely. If you're feeling like your core is still thinking at any moment, we might be hopping up. Maybe you come into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees are wide. Yeah. It's entirely up to you when and indeed if you change positions. I would recommend that you have a little feel into the spine and just decide what kind of twist you want to take, if any. So even though we've worked in some dynamic twists, might be a really lovely thing just to have a restful twist. So you might sit up and take a seated twist, maybe simply cross-legged and twist, or it might be really lovely to stay laying down, either windscreen wiper the knees and allowing the head to come into the opposite direction with the knees. Yeah. Or grabbing a sofa cushion or a bolster and allowing the knees to fall down to one side as the shoulder blade presses into the ground, and maybe the hand comes closer to the hips. And you choose, if you haven't already found the other side, when you feel ready, allow your spine to come center, have a few breaths, and then spine over to the other side, knees over to the other side. And in a moment, because we've done so much switching of the legs in lots of different positions, we're going to take a really lovely switch, a really lovely swap. And when we find stillness, we're going to take a brief alternate nostril breath. So whatever position you're in now, just have a check-in with the nose and just see if one side of the nostril, I would imagine that it will still be the right side that's switched on. Just depends on cycle and season. So just see if you can notice if one side there's more air going through, there's more activity. And when you feel ready, you can make a shape that's known as Shavasana. Head finds the earth. Shoulder blades melt down, arms rest, all 10 fingers curl into the palm. Your eyes can close or be really soft. And then once again, allow the belly to be like a sea of warm, mystical, soft wonderfulness. Just allow it to switch off. And then let the hips spill down. And allow the feet to rest. All 10 toes to curl. And then draw your awareness back up to your face. Jaw released. Eyes heavy. And you can use your own pace as you inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And I'll let you know when those 3 minutes are finished. Very softly make this one your last alternate breathing. And just notice if that sort of switching has changed anything. If you feel a little bit gooier, if there's some space. And when you feel like it, if you feel like it, roll onto your side. And when you find yourself on your side, as usual, just notice how you feel. Having moved the body, having challenged the breath, having kept the mind concentrated, how do you feel now? How does it differ from how you felt before class and how you feel afterwards when you've got a tea and snuggled up? Now, just like the seasons, our moods, our energies, our thoughts, our emotions, so changeable. Inhale when you're ready and come all the way up to a lovely, comfortable seated position. Perfect. As if you've just woken up from an incredibly restful sleep. Let the body, I didn't use any words there, but you know what I mean. You can roll the neck and release the shoulders.